In this episode, we are going to present Euoplocephalus, a dinosaur whose skeleton resembles a cross between an armadillo and a huge rhinoceros. The first fossil remains of Euoplocephalus were found in 1897 in the present Dinosaur Provincial Park in the valley of the Red Deer River in Alberta. This armored dinosaur was given the name Historosaurus in 1902. However, it appeared that this name had already been given to an insect. Therefore, it was changed in 1910 by Lawrence Lamb, a Canadian geologist, paleontologist, and ecologist from the Geological Survey of Canada. Euoplocephalus' name means completely well-armored head. There is only one named species, Euoplocephalus tutus. Many more remains of Ankylosaurids from the Campanian stage were found in North America and often made separate genera. As Euoplocephalus was the best-known dinosaur at the time, in 1971, Walter Coombs assigned the fossils to belong to this species. However, after more recent studies, experts have concluded that only about a dozen of these specimens belong to Euoplocephalus. A number of the skeletons are almost complete, giving a good insight into the build of the animal. Euoplocephalus' estimated weight is about 2 tons. It is believed to be the size of a small elephant, reaching about 6 meters or 19.5 feet. This dinosaur had a flat, thick and triangular skull with tortuous air passages, probably to warm or moisten the air before it reached the lungs. Scientists think that it had a small brain. The neck was short. Its barrel-shaped body with exceptionally broad hips and thighs was close to the ground. The scapula, the shoulder bone, was massive and robust. Its legs were not very long, but quite heavy, and forelimbs were shorter than hind limbs. The dinosaur had relatively small feet, with only 3 short toes. The largest known skull has a length of 41 centimeters, or 16 inches, and a width of 48 centimeters, or 19 inches. Most skull elements are completely fused, with scales making patterns of closed holes. Did you know that Euoplocephalus had a window shutter? That's correct. Scientists discovered that for the first time this had been seen in an ankylosaurid, that the eyelids are armored, with movable up or down slabs of bone to protect the eye. Euoplocephalus had a broad, horny, toothless, and quite heavy beak. There were 19 to 24 cheek teeth in the upper jaw and 21 teeth in the lower jaw. The teeth were peg-like and very small, with a maximal height and width of just 7.5 millimeters, or about 1/3 of an inch. The snout was strongly drooping and blunt, wide and high. It was filled with very complex air passages and sinuses. Each side had 2 external nostrils. There were large horns jutting out from the rear of the head and the cheek region of the face. The back was also heavily armored, with bony pointed scutes embedded into its leathery skin that ran down in rows. The taller spines grew over the shoulders, reaching up to 15 centimeters or 6 inches in length. The back was divided into narrow bands. The only part of the body without any armor was the underbelly. If Euoplocephalus was flipped over, it may have been exposed to harm from predators. The tail was carried in a raised position. The tail club weight was close to 50 pounds, about 20 kilos, and was on the end of a tail that was nearly 7 feet or 2 meters long. It was formed of 2 large and 2 small bony lumps fused together. The tail was made from hardened tissues, which were fused to the tail bones, known as caudal vertebra. The base could have been muscular and able to swing from side to side, delivering a heavy and powerful blow. The whole body armor, and the tail club in particular, was used as a counter-attack weapon. Among its contemporaries were the large meat-eating Tyrannosaurus, Tarbosaurus, and Deinonychus. It could be hunted by Albertosaurus or Gorgosaurus as well. Euoplocephalus was considered as one of the most common ankylosaurids in North America at its time. Their close relatives include Ankylosaurus and Pinacosaurus. When the discovery of the remains of 22 young ankylosaurid Pinacosaurus were announced in 1988, it was thought that a juvenile Euoplocephalus may have also displayed a herd behavior. However, their specimens have never been found in groups, suggesting that they probably led a rather solitary type of life. They inhabited open woodland areas in North America, mainly in Alberta in Canada and Montana in the USA, during the Maastrichtian stage of the late Cretaceous period. The dinosaur was an herbivore and browsed on low-growing vegetation, including plants like ferns, angiosperms, and the type of soft-stemmed flowering plants that are spread all over North America in modern times. Euoplocephalus used its forelegs for digging roots and buried stems. It used their beak for cropping low vegetation and then slicing up soft plant foods with its tiny teeth. The food was mainly mashed up and processed in the gut. These videos take a very long time to create. If you would like to support the channel and assist in improving it, then do please subscribe and give us a like, and consider joining our Patreon, links in the description.